Hi guys, welcome back to another quick card pull. This is being filmed on Monday, June 1st, 2026. Today we're pulling for the Kuromi tarot cards. I got this off of Temu. I really like Kuromi, so I was just like, why not? We're starting off with the Two of Cups. So again, we were touching on this someone coming into your life that will fill your cup. It doesn't necessarily need a romantic situation. You know what I mean? It's just like, someone that is like-minded like you. The snakes were something that like intertwining, so like that connection. 444 on the timer. So that's something that has been coming out as well. So this could I feel like help build the foundation or add to your foundation. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's being mindful because I feel like this may be a repeat of someone from the past. May not be the same person, but kind of the same energies. They are showing the Three of Cups celebrations coming up. So my son's birthday is on Wednesday. And then anniversary is on the 8th. So certain celebrations coming up, but a reason to celebrate, and I feel like, that type of season. So 111. So that's universe supporting you. Your ship's about to come in. So think of Three of Wands energy when you see your ones. But, I feel like it's like that time of year where it's just like anything, to feel good and have a celebration. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you can either concentrate on the chaotic crap or you could sit there and move your energy into a different, levels of thinking. Because like with myself, I know that the hotter temperatures are going to come and I'm not exactly the most friendly person when it's freaking scorching hot and you can't cool down and sleep properly. One thing I noticed is the intertwining of the tails there. So again, kind of an infinity symbol, but also we were talking about like the Two of Cups, you know what I mean? It could be someone coming in for celebrations, or someone you haven't seen in a while. It feels like nostalgic, Six of Cup energy, like in the classic tarot where they say someone from the past coming back in. So that is something that is still knocking. For some of us, it's like, we're kind of like with life and we kind of want something more to come in. And this is where universe brings it in. I also feel like it's like patiently waiting for a manifestation. You know what I mean? Because, with the cloud underneath, this is the universe offering this. So, the first of the month, we do our salt and cinnamon ceremonies. We do get knockings of 3 weeks time a lot with the cards that we pulled. So that could be something that's significant here is 3 weeks time. Because the next one is the Page of Pentacles as well. But I feel like, again, this is funny enough. One of the cards that one of the postings I'm going to make probably after this is talking about allowing the universe to fill your cup, allowing them to bring in. It may be, again, this is where they're saying utilizing someone's hands to bless you as they know that they can utilize you to help bless, like answer other people's prayers. So it'll be interesting how that plays out. But some of you have called in love. The gym is something they mentioned, so I know my bestie that watches this all the time, that is something. But they are showing the word gym. But it could be also the name Jim, right? But they are showing me the word Jim. Hopefully their spelling isn't the same. Page of Pentacles, 3 weeks time. So for me, I've been watching the weather, where they're showing the flowers here, where it's like waiting to plant the seeds. We got Seven of Pentacles a lot lately, but it was for me because, you put the bulbs or anything too early, they frost. We've been getting a lot of frost, which, it is what the season is. There's nothing you could do about it. You just got to roll with the punches. But at least the trees are in full bloom. Like, you know what I mean? Because I remember this time a couple of years ago. I don't believe it was last year, a couple of years ago. And I was just like, shouldn't the trees be in bloom by now? Like, because I watch some people that are in Texas. Obviously, their temperatures are way warmer than ours earlier in the year. Like, I remember the dumpster diving channel that I watch, Breakfast, they had like their trees were blooming in like January. So, you know what I mean? It's just appreciating the seasons while they're here. But I remember last year just walking out the door and just like going to walk Sunny, and it's like, how blessed are we that we get to open the door and it's like full of flowers and they're all in full bloom. The season was almost over, but we really did go, like, honestly, if we had a greenhouse, the flowers would have survived. But it was just like, what are you going to do? You can only store so much in the house. 444 again on the timer. Changing our perspective. This is where you'll notice you've leveled up, or, kind of come into the age now where it's just like a lot of something happened and things changed, and I'm just like, you know what? Either I can get mad about this and exude my energy, or I can just be like, you know what? It is what it is. Things happen for a reason. Let's just roll with it and keep moving forward. That's all we can do. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm not wasting my energy. You know what I mean? I got too many things going on to worry about something like that. And it's like, when it happens, it happens. You know, I was excited for it, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, some things are not worth exuding your energy over. You know what I mean? Especially someone like myself that gets in my head and I exhaust myself. It's like, why am I treating myself that way? There's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my hands. So, know for better for next time. That's all you can do. You know what I mean? I feel like that's also like where it's like, file that away in the cabinet, where some people think that, oh, you're Delulu or whatever. No, I just don't want to waste my energy. Some things are, again, are not worth your energy. Seven of Cups, things happening for you. So going back to that Four of Cup card, where it's just like the universe is answering your prayers, bringing in one of your 7 cups that you've been manifesting. And it's like, you know, everyone's just like, oh, you're this, you're this, you're this. And it's like, you know what? As long as you're putting the energy into everything, you're putting the hard work into where you want to grow and things that you want to accomplish, you never know when you're going to get there. Remember Judge Judy? Grandma Moses didn't become a renowned painter until she was 80. And as you get older, it's not the same as it used to be back in, you know, the days where they didn't take care of themselves. You know what I mean? It's like people are definitely on that health kick and doing things better for themselves and taking better care of themselves, watching their diet and doing, because you notice the difference in your body, your mental health and everything when you're working out or walking or whatever the situation is, being in nature. You could see the difference. 8 of Cups, walking away from things, that people, places, things that no longer serve you. So very much Scorpio energy. This is highlighting the full moon. Yesterday was the full blue moon. So highlighting from now until the waning crescent. This is like June 15th, a little bit further on there. So right around there. That it's time to move forward. You've made the decision to move forward. So it could be different for everybody. For some of the times this is in love, in relationships, especially emotional situations, but you can have emotional situations in other areas of your life. So it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But again, don't waste your energy on stupid things. I love it, this Judgment card. I just feel like she just like popped out of the clouds and just was blowing on the bullhorn there to scare everybody. But again, this is your clairaudience. So I know my third eye, so my sight has changed, leveled up. So now it's like, you know, getting knockings of the clairaudience, you know, listening. So literally they told us a message, and then on the 30th it happened. I was just checking through footage and I was like, oh, good to know. You know what I mean? So it's just like, be open to those channel messages. Even in the moment, if it doesn't make sense, 8:08 on the timer, it's like, be mindful of that. So another card touching on where when I post it, you'll see what I mean if you follow my channel, where it is talking about the universe blessing your cup, because you bless, they utilize your hands to bless others. They utilize you to, you know, bring a light into the world or help others. And it's just, you know what I mean? Don't ever change who you are to fit in. You know what I mean? If someone is nasty or whatever, it's just like, let them be. That's all about them. That defines them. That has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? They're saying like starting to distance yourself from people like that, because there's no place for it. Sometimes it is guilty by association. You try to be cordial, you try to be kind, and it's just like, you know, deaf ears. So even if they're having a bad day, it's like, okay, but you don't have to be rude. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know. But this is the type of person that complains that they don't have something, and then they get it, and then they're complaining, and it's like, okay, but you know what? It's little temporary, you know, disruption for a long-term gain. Like, it's not a huge deal. You know what I mean? Like, at least you knew. When I had this happen, it's like I had no idea. You know what I mean? Worst timing ever. So it's just like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But, and ours was not you know, one day. Ours was like freaking weeks, because I lived in a triplex and they were playing games. So that's what I mean. Just let the universe fill your cup and do you. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like your cup overflows and then it fills, like, you know, with the lily pads and the lotuses, and it's just like, and so it pays forward. It goes forward. So another beautiful card, the Sun. So this is what I'm talking about. Because of the purity of who you are in the situation and what you're trying to accomplish, and because you're feeding into these situations, that's in a good way, not in a bad way. Feeding into flower, watering, whatever, the sowing seeds, whatever you want to see that as. It's, you know what I mean? The universe sees where you're putting your energy. So that's what they're going to bring you more of. Even if it's small things, it's like they are appreciative for the small things. So when the huge things comes in, imagine how they're going to react, and how we know that, we utilize their hands, they're going to pay it forward. You know what I mean? So you're not just lip service. A lot of people in this world are lip service. The great thing to all this busy, busy time is that there is going to be a time for rest and rejuvenation. There is going to be a time to sit out in your lawn chairs or wherever you're going to be and put your feet in the grass. There is going to be that time. It's not going to be all chaos at the same time. But it's also learning how to equally, with we're going with the Eight of Cups, is to ground ourselves in emotions. It's just like, you get to the point in life and it's like, why am I wasting my energy? Why am I giving myself panic attacks? For what reason? I'm harming myself. So let's stop harming ourselves and let's start loving ourselves. Let's put the proper, energies into ourselves. Last card we're ending on with is Moon. So it is still full moon energies for the next 3 days. So if you did miss last night's full moon, I definitely didn't get to see it till later because it was cloudy out, but it was still gorgeous either way. And it's just like, making your moon water, doing your salt and cinnamon ceremonies, if that resonates with you. But this is, again, finding your balance in life, but also calling in your tribe. So we're talking about, like, people are acting a certain way. It's like, you don't have to accept that behavior. You just start distancing yourself. You know what I mean? If you have to be cordial, be cordial. You know what I mean? I thought things would be a little different. It just got nastier. So I'm just like, this is not someone for me. This is not an energy I need to be a part of. So, just time to keep moving forward. You don't have to put your energies into places that you don't see yourself growing into, or it may end up being a more toxic situation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick card pull. Just, whatever resonates with you, whatever makes sense, 12-12 on the timer. You put your energies into those situations. You do not have to, with this situation, it's like, I know there's other part of that, but at the same time, it's just like, again, doesn't have to be in your inner circle or participate in anything. You just do what makes you happy, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick card pull. May the universe bless you good.